Leading up to the 2017 bull market top, Bitcoin saw a 10,000% rally in a period of 2 years. During that run-up, there were 4 distinct stages where Bitcoin consolidated, as we can see here, with the last of those stages ending in September of 2017. Right after, Bitcoin entered its steepest ascent of the entire cycle, gaining 500% in just 3 months before the bull run finally peaked. Now, if we look at today's bull market that began in late 2022, the structure looks arguably similar. Once again, we've seen 4 major consolidation stages, with Bitcoin now pressing against the top of its 4th stage in the month of September. If Bitcoin were to follow a similar blueprint as 2017, then it would suggest that we're about to see the most aggressive part of this bull market heading into the end of 2025. In fact, big players are already positioning in anticipation of that kind of a move. This chart shows us the total Bitcoin held by treasury companies, which are businesses that hold Bitcoin directly on their balance sheet as part of their investment strategy. At the beginning of 2025, these companies collectively held around 300,000 coins. Today, that number has jumped to 1 million tokens, accounting for almost 5% of Bitcoin's total supply. So in just the last 9 months, these corporations have increased their Bitcoin holdings by more than 3 times. But we have to also consider that there's a risk that today's setup isn't actually as bullish as it looks. If we go back to 2021, we saw almost the exact same sequence play out as today. In both instances, Bitcoin saw a sharp rally, then got hit with a violent correction, only to bounce back with a V-shaped recovery. Back then, many believed that the worst was behind us and the bull market was back on. But that recovery proved to be a trap as price rolled over and entered into a 75% bear market. Just last week, we saw the largest crypto market liquidation throughout 2025. And if today's trajectory ends up following a similar path to 2021, then it could make the recent liquidation look like child's play as Bitcoin enters another major downturn. In fact, if we look at what long-term Bitcoin holders are doing today, the signal is starting to look concerning. Since the start of 2024, they've booked profits on a total of 3.27 million Bitcoin, worth over $375 billion at today's price. To put that into perspective, this level of profit-taking has already surpassed what we saw at the peaks of the 2013 and 2021 bull runs, and it's nearly on par with the 2017 top. In each of those 3 instances, Bitcoin went on to experience a vicious drawdown in the range of 75% to 85%. On one side, we have Bitcoin treasury companies buying at an unprecedented pace, positioning for much more upside. But on the other side, long-term Bitcoin holders are locking in profits at levels that have historically marked major bull run tops.